Hello and welcome to 2 Hour Steam, a segment where we buy a game off Steam, play it for 2 hours, and then decide if we're going to refund it or not. Today, I've got 3 people joining me.
Hey, I'm Xavier Prexa.
Hey, I'm Harmony.
And I'm Dean.
And I'm Nate, and today we'll be plunging into the deep cannibalistic woods of the forest.
The Forest is a horror survival game where you crash land on an island in the middle of nowhere and have to hide and survive from cannibals while crafting to eat, build shelter as the different elements crush you while you're trying to hide from these terrifying beings, all while trying to find your small son.
The forest is dripping with atmosphere, and it doesn't force it either. The best thing about it is that it's not trying to bring it to the front with, like, Dead Space, which has blood plastered everywhere and deliberate sound design to ramp up the horror moments. No, instead of that, you've just got the eeriness of this empty space at first.
Yeah, the atmosphere of the game is so good, especially the darkness. It is so dark that when you're using like a lighter, you're only seeing like a foot or two in front of you, and when you're going through those long, deep caves, you're just praying that nothing's watching you as you're sort of fumbling your way through the dark.
It's haunting. It's spooky. It's eerie. It is dripping with atmosphere, and it's awesome.
Too late. There goes that idea.
Lemons on!
The horror elements of the forest were amazing, but I think they do change a fair bit between single player and multiplayer as well. Like, single player, you'd be off on your own, terrified for your life, but multiplayer, you have a bit more comfort as well, knowing that there's other people there to keep a lookout, protect you.
The teammates do give you a boost in bravery and really do encourage you to go further. When we were exploring the cave with nothing but a few spears, it's not something I would have been doing by myself.
So I found the crafting and the resource gathering of this game quite immersive. You had to actually literally cut down a tree by going around taking out chips, and it would fall depending on how you've cut it. And you had to gather twigs and sticks by breaking smaller branches and things like that. While with the crafting, the inventory was actually laid out like you would lay it out in real world, with piles and things like that, so it didn't feel ever like a menu.
I mean, I took one look at the book and I realized that I wasn't going to read all of it there and then. There's multiple tabs and pages. It was like going through some uni student's reference book that they've put little post-it notes all the way through. It was a very nice touch. If it wasn't for the mutants going after you, you'd probably feel like you're out on a camping trip.
The thing I found most interesting about this crafting system and helpful was the fact that you didn't need everything at once to craft an item. For example, the basic shack we made, but we're able to put down the foundation, or at least a blueprint of where we were going to build it, and we could just at a later point collect resources and bring them back and pile them on.
So I found the AI in this game something like out of a Skyrim mod, where the AI actually have some sort of behavioral curiosity towards us.
The mutants appear to have stages once you interact with them. They'll get curious, they'll watch you from a distance, learn about you, it seems.
We found them, and it was kind of more of a two unknown parties meeting kind of thing. We were watching them, they were watching us, and then they kind of went away after a bit.
But as you build things to scare them, they'll come up and try and get rid of you. But I love that the environment you create reacts with the AI.
The interesting thing about the forest was it had additional display and gameplay options that I thought was kind of cool. Like, you were able to toggle the destruction of buildings on or off, the ability for trees to regrow on or off, and you could grade the game depending on how you wanted it to look.
Is a very nice touch. That way you can make it feel like some of your favorite B-grade horror flicks.
The horror genre isn't really my thing, but with friends, it's a lot of fun. It's definitely more of a crafting survival game and also a horror game attached to each other. So I'll be keeping it with friends. With myself, I'm not so game, but I'll give it a shot.
This is a game that has dripping atmosphere, a great crafting system, a great survival system, and is wonderful to play with mates, and horrifying to play on your own. I'm keeping it.
I love horror, like the genre, games, movies, everything. So I'd love to keep it to play on my own, and it's a lot of fun with friends. So let's keep it.
This game intrigues me. It's definitely an element of mystery, and I like to get to the bottom of mysteries and complete games. So I'll keep it because I want to know what happens, and I want to know the full story. So I'll be keeping it, and I'll be playing through it.
There's 4 keeps for solo and 4 keeps for with friends, and that's $15 on Steam if you want to check out the early access of The Forest. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.